Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenifer, for the ones who don't know me, and in today's video I will be sharing my 16 and pregnant story. Okay, so to start off, my daughter, her name is Zariah. She is 2 years old and I am 19 years old, so it's been 2 years. I just want to say that if you're going through this, it will be okay. It will be okay. Like, it might not feel like it's not, but trust me, it will. It will. And once you have your baby, like, nothing in the world is gonna matter to you. So trust me. Okay, so how I met Tyler. So me and Tyler actually met in middle school. We didn't get serious till high school. He always had a crush on me. Yeah. He always had a crush on me, but you know, I never really like paid him any attention. I just thought he was like a show off, you know. I wasn't going for it. One day my ex-best friend, we stayed after school, and at the time we weren't driving, so we had to catch the bus home. So we were walking out to get on the bus, and we were just saying like, dang, like we need some Chipotle basically. So like we seen Tyler, you know, walking towards us, but he was like going into school, I guess, and we were walking out, and so we stopped, and no, I think he said what's up or something, and we were like, hey, like do you drive? And he was like, yeah. So we asked for a ride to Chipotle and then like a ride home. And at the time we all lived in the same neighborhood. Was wasting any gas or anything except for the Chipotle part. Like he was wasting gas on that part, but other than that he wasn't wasting no gas. No. So anyway, so the whole car ride, my ex-best friend, she was basically like trying to hook us up and like, you know, trying to like get us to talk. And I was just joking, and I was like, okay, so can I come over tomorrow after school? And he was like, yeah, like you can come over. I was like, oh, okay. I was just playing, but okay, shoot. We were like all in the same area. So you know, me and him were messing around as like friends. So we were basically like friends with benefits. I didn't have a title for him and he didn't have a title for me, so we were just like messing around. Till one day I told him, I was like it's time to get serious. Like, we need to get serious. Like, I don't want to keep doing this and not be anything or mean anything to you, you know. And he actually felt the same way, so that's when we made it like official. Basically, we got serious, like real serious about a relationship. I met his mom. At the time, like, my mom was like really strict. She really didn't let me do anything. She didn't let my older sister date. She didn't let me date. Like, when Tyler would come over, she would always refer him as my friend. Like, she couldn't get around the fact that I had a boyfriend. So it was like really hard for her, you know, to like let that settle in. And like when he will come over, it will always be like, we'll either be in the living room or we'll be like outside. Like, he could have never, like, well, he's in my room when she wasn't home, but anyways, but yeah, he basically couldn't be in the room when my mom was home. But yeah, she was really strict, really didn't let me do anything. I guess she was scared that I would end up pregnant, and I did. You know, we got serious about each other, and we were messing around. We were having sex, unprotected sex. We basically knew what could happen, but like we were still doing it. Like, I wasn't on birth control because I would have been, see if my mom would have like trusted me more and like, you know, but she it wasn't, she felt like if I was to be on birth control, I was having sex, and that's a big no for her, like, you know. So it was, birth control was never an option. Like, well, he had condoms, but we didn't use them for real. But yeah, we were having unprotected sex for 2 years, and then one day, out of nowhere, I was cleaning my room, and I bent down to pick up I think my comb or my hairbrush, I don't remember, but I bent down to pick it up, and like I stood back up, and out of nowhere I had like a hot flash, like just hit me like hard, and I was like, this is not normal, like no. So I looked it up online like any other girl would. So I looked it up, and the first thing that came up, y'all, was like pregnancy. So I guess it's like a symptom of pregnancy, hot flashes. And I was like, what? Like, what? So I looked on my app, on my I had a period app, so I could keep track of my periods, and I was 5 days late, y'all. 5 freaking days late on my period. Like, that's when I had texted Tyler, and I was like, I need you to buy me a pregnancy test because I'm 5 days late and I keep having symptoms. Like, you need to get me a test. So he got me a test. He dropped it off because I had told him that I was going to take it in the morning because, you know, your HCGs, whatever they're called, they're like higher in the morning. So like if you are pregnant, you know, it will be like a strong positive. So I went to take it in the morning, but I was so anxious that I took it after he left. So I took the test, and when I tell you that test came back fast, positive. It was like pop, like, and I looked it up, like my test came back like super fast. My test, I don't know, I looked something up and they were like twins. I was like, twins? I can't have no twins. Like, no. We bought like 10 pregnancy tests because we couldn't believe it. Okay, so when I told Tyler, right after I took the test, I had texted him, and I was like, you need to come over like right now. Like, I just took the pregnancy test, and like I need you to come over. So he came over. Mind you, he was like down the street, that's where he lives. So like we were like, you know, he was there in like 2 minutes. Yeah, so I told him, I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, I was like, look, I'm pregnant. And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. Like, his response was, he was just so supportive. Like, I know he was scared, and I know he was upset, but like he didn't show it because he didn't want to scare me and make me feel more scared. You know what I mean? Like, he was just hiding his emotions to make me feel better, because like I had so many emotions going through my head. I was happy, I was scared. And it was for him too. Like, I bet it wasn't easy. Like seriously, it wasn't easy. Like, I was 16. Like, yeah. That same day that I took my pregnancy test, Tyler went, well, we both went to Kroger's, and we bought more pregnancy tests, and we got some prenatals. So I always kept my prenatals in my purse because, like, you know, I didn't want my mom to see them because I wasn't gonna tell her. So one day, me and my mom, we were getting ready because I was going to school. It was like 6 in the morning, and she was getting ready for work, and my prenatals were in my purse. And she asked me, she was like, do you have some perfume? And I was like, yeah, like, go get it, like, it's in my purse. My prenatals were in there, and she seen the prenatal. She didn't say nothing at that moment. She actually called my sister that same, well, she asked her, she was like, is Jenifer pregnant? Because I just found some prenatals in her purse. But I don't think I told my mom till like a month later, because I was so like scared, because she was so strict. Like, she didn't let me have a boyfriend because she was scared I was gonna get pregnant. She didn't let my sister get a boyfriend because she was scared she was gonna end up pregnant. And I ended up pregnant, like, and I felt like a disappointment. Like, I didn't want to disappoint her. Like, I felt embarrassed. Like, it was just a lot, you know. So one day I was in government class, and I had sent her a text. I was like, Mom, can you call me? Go on your break. So she called me, and I told her, I was like, well, can you make me an appointment with your doctor, because you know I miss my period and I don't ever miss my period, so like it's a little weird, you know. But I was trying to like throw hints at her that I'm trying to tell her I'm pregnant, but like she wanted me to actually say it. So she told me, she was like, so you missed your period? I was like, yeah. And she was like, are you having sex? I was like, I don't know. She was like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, I don't know. When I tell y'all, she kept asking me if I was having sex, and I just kept saying I don't know. Like, I was really scared. Like, I was really, really scared. I could just hear in her voice that she was upset with me. But like I told y'all, she already knew that I was pregnant. Like, it wasn't a secret to her. She just wanted me to come out and tell her myself that. So that same day I worked at McDonald's. It was a Friday. I worked at McDonald's, and they had me in the drive-thru lines. And my mom doesn't cook on Fridays. She usually buys, you know, pizza or McDonald's, or like, you know, she doesn't cook, so she just buys food on Fridays. So she had came through the drive-thru. She had came to the drive-thru, and she had ordered like 2 Happy Meals. When I tell y'all, it was so freaking awkward when we seen each other. It was like, I don't know, I was so scared. Like, I really handed her 2 Happy Meals, and that was it. Like, I didn't talk to her, she didn't talk to me. Like, I think I was like, hi Mom. But that was like it. Like, we really didn't talk about the whole awkward conversation we had over the phone. But yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how Tyler told his mom, and I bet she was upset too. As time goes by, me and my mom, we never talked about the problem. We never talked about my pregnancy again. We actually went to my doctor's appointment, and she was really upset. And Tyler never missed a doctor's appointment when it came to my pregnancy. He was always there. Like, he was always like 100% supportive. Like, he was like the best thing in the world. Like, I really appreciated him. But anyway, so my first doctor's appointment came, and they basically said I was pregnant. So my mom signed a paper saying that I could just come to the doctor's appointments without her. You know, she just gave them permission to see me without her being present. So so she signed that, and after that, relationship went like left. Like, I would come home and I would just go straight to my room. Like, she would cook, I would eat sometimes, but a lot of times I spend the night over Tyler's house, and like, I was just going back and forth. But me and my mom really didn't talk that much. You know, she was still upset. I know she was upset. You know, she couldn't get her head around it. Like, dang, like, I've been doing all this to, like, you know, prevent this from happening, and the one time I let her have a friend, she ends up pregnant. Like, I know that's how she was feeling, and like, that's understandable, you know. Like, I wasn't upset with her because I wanted to give her some time to actually, like, you know. But time goes by, and I'm almost, I think I was like 8 months pregnant, and it was my sister, my mom, and I. Yeah, we were all sitting on the couch, and we were just talking, and my mom says, well, you know, I'm bringing your grandma over here. She was talking to my sister. She was like, well, you know, I'm bringing your grandma over here, so, you know, Jenifer is just gonna have to like find somewhere to live because there's not gonna be no space here for her. And when I tell y'all, when she said that, my heart was so freaking, like, I was hurt. Like, I was really hurt. Like, I cried for like 2-3 days, and I told Tyler about it because I just felt like she was turning her back on me. Like, when I needed her the most, like, she turned on me, and like, that really hurts my feelings. And even telling y'all right now, 2 years later, brings tears to my eyes because I just really can't believe that happened to me. Like, but yeah, she basically kicked me out, and like, I leaned on Tyler and I told him, like, we need to figure something out because I don't have nowhere to go. I don't have a job. Oh, I quit McDonald's like the 5th day. I couldn't do it. Like, I was really sick from the smell of the food. It was just horrible. So I quit McDonald's. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money saved up. So it sucked, y'all. Like, it really did. So I guess he talked to his mom, and I don't know what she told him, but then it was Tyler's mom, Tyler, and me. We were all sitting there, and she was just telling me, like, I don't think you guys need to move in together yet, because basically she was just saying she doesn't think it's a good idea for me to move into their house because we were too young. We were too young, and you know, like, basically we were just too young. She felt like we weren't ready to move in together. And in my head I was just thinking, like, are you serious right now? Like I'm pregnant with your grandchild, and you're telling me your son got me pregnant, and you're telling me that we're not ready to move in together because we're too young. Like, I was just really upset when she told me that. Like, I really felt like I didn't have anybody. I was technically like homeless, y'all. Like, I don't know, it was freaking crazy. But you know, she ended up letting me stay there, but I never felt welcome, you know what I mean? Like, I always felt like it was forced. Like, she really didn't want to let me stay there. But you know, I had Zariah that summer. I moved in May, and I had Zariah June 20th. So I was there like a whole month before she was born. And you know, my relationship with my mom after Zariah was born changed a lot. Like, she loves my kids so much because now I have a boy and a girl. TJ was born in May. He was born on May 12th of 2019. So now I got 2 freaking kids, and I'm only 19. Yes. But okay, so sorry, I got off topic for a little bit. So it was my senior year, and I just had a baby, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go back to my school. I was going for health technology. Basically, I was getting my SDNA. So I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do that, but you know, like, that was a good opportunity for me. Like, I had a lot of people tell me, like, you don't need to quit, just like keep going, because I was gonna go back to my homeschool, and everybody was like, no, I really think you should just stay there, get your SDNA. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to. So basically I ended up going to but during that whole freaking school year, when I tell y'all, I was working, I was doing a 3 to 11, right? And then I had to be at school. I had to be at school at 7:15 or 8:15. I don't remember, but I had to be in school at 7:15. I got out of school at 2:15, and then I had to be at work at 3 o'clock, and then get off work till 11. So I wasn't really seeing my daughter as much. Like, Tyler's mom would always like take care of her while I was in school and go to work, and Tyler would too. He would take care of her. But I feel like I was missing out on my daughter, you guys. Like, I really feel like to this day, I really feel like I missed her. I missed her whole life. Like, I just missed a whole lot of stuff. you know, I really wasn't there. I really didn't feel like a mom. I went through like postpartum depression, you know. I'm gonna end this video because I know it's probably like super long, but we ended up staying with his mom for 2 years, and then we moved out, and now we got our own place, and we're still together. Yes, we are. We actually, like I said earlier, we had another baby. So now we got 2 kids, and we're about to be 5 years next year. So we're still going on strong. You know, our relationship is not perfect, but we're still working. We're still young, so it's like, you know, we're still learning from each other. We're still learning about each other. So it's like, you know, so yeah, that's my little baby. So yeah, it's hot in here, Jesus. Oh, the air is coming on, but that's about it. So if you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below what you guys want to see next.